my moves, not yet enough to make you act." Hearing this, Wang Chong grumbled internally. "It's not that I'm strong, but this move, even if I didn't suppress my cultivation, unleashing my full late-stage martial artist 7th layer power, I couldn't block it." Thinking this, he replied a bit woodenly, "This move is quite formidable." "Good. I plan to teach this to my students. Brother Wang, could you offer some pointers? See if there are any issues, so I can make corrections." "Issues?" Wang Chong was utterly mortified. "Alchemist Zhang, are you here to shame me? I didn't even understand this move. How can I offer pointers?" Though he thought this, he still had his pride to consider, so he forced a smile. "There's no problem with this move. Just teach it to your students." Hearing this, Zhang rejoiced. "That's fantastic. With this move, Zheng Yang won't have to worry." Wang Chong, however, began to question his life. "An hour ago, I thought this young man knew nothing of spear arts. Now I feel like I'm the one disgracing spear arts. 40 years of spear practice, yet I'm still this pathetic." At this thought, he spoke, embarrassed. "Alchemist Zhang, could you teach me this move? You want to learn?" Zhang, hearing this, readily agreed. "All right, I can teach you." Witnessing this, Ouyang Cheng was a bit stunned. Didn't Alchemist Zhang come to learn spear arts from Wang Chong today? How did it turn around? As for Wang Chong, after learning the spear technique, he couldn't help but feel ashamed. Techniques created by masters are rarely passed on even by me. Yet Alchemist Zhang, with such a brilliant move, shares it so readily. Such character, such magnanimity. Thinking this, he immediately said, "This move is incredibly profound. I can't just learn it so easily. I have nothing of value to trade with you, you see." Ouyang Cheng beside him instantly understood his old friend's meaning and suggested, "Alchemist Zhang, you wish to buy pills but lack many gold coins. Why not offer some as tuition?" "All right, no problem." Wang Chong immediately took out a stack of gold notes. "This is the tuition fee. It's not much, but I hope Alchemist Zhang will accept it, otherwise I'd feel too awkward to learn." Now, even Zhang was stunned. "Huh, this works. 2. I came to learn spear arts. How did I end up teaching and making money?" Still, since there was money to be made, he didn't dally. After taking the money, he bid farewell and left the Wang Manor. On the way back, Zhang was overjoyed. Today's gains were significant. With these pills, these students can speed up their cultivation. Soon, he returned to the academy hall, but upon entering, he found only Wang Ying there. So he asked, "Where are the others?" Startled by Zhang's sudden appearance, Wang Ying stammered, "Teacher, I'm finding ways to boost your strength, and these brats don't even show up to train." Zhang's face instantly darkened. "Speak! Where did they all go?" Just then, Yuan Tao burst in, frantic. "Wang Ying, quick, come help! They're fighting!" But before he could finish, he saw Zhang standing nearby, face grim, so scared his hair stood on end. Now Zhang eyed Yuan Tao coldly. "Fighting! Calling for backup? I had you train, for you to go brawl in gangs, learned a little and you're out gang fighting? Think you don't need me as a teacher anymore?" Yuan Tao weakly explained. "Teacher Zhang, no, it's not like that. Today the academy distributed cultivation resources. They said you're the worst teacher, not qualified to receive any. We couldn't stand it, went to argue with them, so a dispute started." Hearing this, Zhang's brow furrowed slightly. Distributing resources? How bad was Zhang's reputation at the academy? One look at his students' treatment revealed it. Zhaoya and the others went to the student affairs office for supplies only to be told, "The worst teacher isn't qualified to receive any." The three, indignant, began to argue. Teacher Zhang's matter, the Teachers Guild has already cleared his name. Why is Teacher Zhou withholding resources? Cleared! Has the document arrived? Is there an announcement? Since there's nothing, Zhang Xuan is the worst teacher with a 0 in the assessment. Giving them is a waste. Don't blame me for no resources. Blame yourselves for picking the wrong teacher." Then Zhao Ya stepped forward, retorting, "Even if the teacher's guild document hasn't arrived, I recall that as a Hongtian Academy teacher, no matter how poor the results, as long as they have students, they're eligible for rising breath powder. Why? Won't you even give this?" The Academy has this rule, but there's also a clause. If students lack cultivation potential, distribution can be denied. You disregard the student office's arrangements, rushing here, making a scene. My refusal is perfectly reasonable. With these words, Zhao Ya was instantly silenced. What? Unconvinced. Seeing her expression, Zhou Tian's lips curled upwards, scoffing, "If you're unconvinced, fine. There's the blood battle platform. Challenge my students. If you defeat them all, not only will I give you rising breath powder, I'll even give you vitality pills. These vitality pills, ordinary teachers only get one a month. If you dare challenge and succeed, I'll give you 3. Hearing this, Zhao Ya and the others, blood battle platform? That's one way to resolve conflicts between students and teachers. Second, only to the teacher's battle platform. The rule is to challenge this teacher's students. If they can sweep all of this teacher's students, the teacher must apologize. At this, Liu Yang stepped forward, saying, "The blood battle platform is tough for us, but if we can win, we can get 3 vitality pills for teacher." Exactly. Teacher Zhang has done so much for us, asking nothing in return. As students, we should do something for him too. Teacher Zhang might not care about these resources, but all teachers have them except him. This involves dignity. As students, we must fight for it no matter what, Zhao Ya resolved silently. Teacher, your dignity, we will protect it. Thus, Zheng Yang spoke with immense determination. All right, we accept the blood battle platform challenge. However, they overestimated this teacher Zhou's character. He chuckled sinisterly. You chose this, don't regret it. With that, he yelled, "Come on out! Someone wants to challenge you. Time to teach them a lesson. If you beat them, I'll give each of you a share of rising breath powder." As his voice fell from the room behind him, 47 students emerged one by one. Then he declared, "No matter how many of you fight, as long as you defeat them all, you win." 47 people. Now Zhao Ya and the others were utterly dumbfounded. While the other 2 were at a loss, Zheng Yang stepped forward. "Let's fight. We can't lose face. You're still injured, I'll go first." Meanwhile, as Zhang rushed to the student office, he wondered, this teacher Zhou Tian, before or after my rebirth, I never offended him. Why is he deliberately targeting me? As if sensing his confusion, Yuan Tao reminded him from the side. I heard he was once teacher Lu Xun's student, and Lu Xun arranged for him to stay at the academy. Zhang, hearing this, showed an I see expression. But my face isn't so easily slapped. Back at the student office, Zheng Yang had already begun the challenge on the blood battle platform. However, facing such a relentless barrage, he was clearly at a disadvantage. Though covered in wounds, he kept telling himself, "Hold on, I must hold on." The student fighting him, seeing this, mocked. "What? I'm only the 6th one and you can't hold on anymore? With just this much skill, you dare act tough here, challenging our teacher Zhou's authority? Get down." Saying this, he raised his long staff, swinging it fiercely at Zheng Yang. Zheng Yang, seeing this, shut his eyes tight, prepared to be KO'd. In the nick of time, Zhang suddenly appeared on the platform, catching the staff with just 2 fingers. Witnessing this, Zhou Tian immediately roared, "Zhang Xuan, what is the meaning of this? Your students are undergoing a blood battle platform challenge. What, as a teacher, you intend to strike my student?" "Strike your student?" Zhang, hearing this, said indifferently, "You're overthinking." With a slight exertion of force, the long staff between his fingers shattered. Zhou Tian immediately pointed at him, shouting, "Then why jump onto the blood battle platform? What's the meaning? Thinking of backing out? Your students already agreed to the blood battle platform challenge and have already injured 5 of my students. This competition today, it must continue. It's not up to you." Speaking to this point, Zhou Tian's lips suddenly curled. Unless you admit defeat yourself, admit your students are inferior to mine. Before Zhang could speak, Zheng Yang, behind him, said coldly, Admit defeat in your dreams? Zheng Yang and the other two, to protect Zhang's dignity, even if it meant fighting 47 people consecutively, they wouldn't flinch. Facing Zhou Tian's mockery, though Zheng Yang was covered in wounds, his eyes remained resolute. Even if I die today, I won't let teacher admit defeat. Hearing this, Zhang patted his shoulder comfortingly, smiling. Don't worry, teacher won't admit defeat. Zhou Tian, seeing this, immediately bellowed, If that's the case, then continue. Teacher Zhang, please step down. In a student's duel, a teacher interfering is rather bullying the weak. Don't be hasty. Zhang smiled faintly. I'm not admitting defeat, but I never said we'd continue the blood battle platform trial. Not continue the blood battle platform? The competition has begun. There's no reason to stop. It's too late to regret now. My students' decision is my decision. Since they challenged the blood battle platform, I naturally have nothing to regret. At this point, Zhang's tone suddenly shifted. However, I find a mere blood battle platform challenge too dull. How about a direct teacher's battle platform? Do you dare accept? These words caused an uproar. What? Challenge the teacher's battle platform? Is this guy insane? Is there something wrong with his head? The teacher's battle platform is for students to challenge teachers. Isn't this asking for a beating? When Zhou Tian heard teacher's battle platform, a suspicious look crossed his face. You want these students to challenge me? Why wouldn't I dare? At this moment, Zhang's face screamed, I look down on you. Clearly, this was his trap. However, facing such a clumsy goad, Zhou Tian agreed without a second thought. He roared with laughter. You're asking for death. If you win, I'll directly give you 10 vitality pills. But if you lose, hey, I won't ask for anything from you, just kneel before me. Fine, Zhang said nonchalantly. As long as you don't go back on your word. Zhao Ya beside him watched with deep concern. Though our cultivation has improved much these past few days, fighting a teacher is impossible. Agreeing directly, isn't this just waiting to admit defeat? After Zhou Tian ascended the platform, he first had his students step down, then looked at Zhang with a smug expression, asking, So, do you want them to attack together or one by one a wheel battle? Unexpectedly, Zhang chuckled foolishly. Apologies, against someone of your strength, whether together or a wheel battle, I'm afraid you wouldn't be able to handle it. I'll just randomly send a student to compete with you. Saying this, he turned to Zheng Yang and the others. Didn't get enough fighting earlier? Having them challenge Teacher Zhou is a waste of talent. So you continue. Witnessing this, Zhou Tian almost exploded with anger. Fine, you act smug now. Let's see how you kneel and apologize later. Here, after hearing Zhang's words, Zheng Yang stammered. Teacher, but I... However, before he could finish, Zhang interrupted him. No need to look so happy right now. Zheng Yang, hearing this, thought, Teacher, when was I happy? I'm about to cry, okay? Then Zhang turned to Zhou Tian, asking, Before the battle, I'll teach him a new spear technique. That should be fine, right? Zhou Tian sneered contemptuously. Last minute. Cramming? Isn't it a bit late for that? Late or not doesn't matter, as long as I can defeat you. With that, he took the long staff from Zheng Yang's hand. Come, teacher will teach you a spear technique. Then, Zhang's expression turned serious. Watch carefully, learn well. The next second, he went, hi-ha, with 3 simple, crude forward thrusts, leaving Zheng Yang utterly dumbfounded. Even Zhou Tian beside them couldn't bear to watch. This thing is called spear arts. I've seen fathers and mothers get duped, but this is the first time I've seen a student get duped. However, Zhang asked with a serious face, Well, learned it? Learned scrap. Zheng Yang completely broke down in tears. I learned this move when I first picked up a spear at 5. Use this move to try and beat a teacher? Are you serious? All right, since you've learned it, go defeat Teacher Zhou. Saying this, Zhang slapped Zhang Yang on the back. Instantly, Zhang Yang felt a surge of true qi enter his body. Then, he heard Zhang's voice transmission. Don't resist. Adjust your breathing along the flow of my true qi, what I'm transmitting to you now is the internal Kai circulation method for spear arts. At this moment, Zhang Yang was utterly horrified. Teacher's internal qi method is far more profound than any spear art I've learned before. Even the most ordinary moves, combined with this mental cultivation method, will become super powerful. Zhang continued via voice transmission. All right, this true qi will remain in your body for now. Continue to feign weakness. When fighting Zhou Tian, you must hit him in one strike. As Zhang's student, Zhang Yang instantly understood. Indeed, when Zhou Tian saw his appearance, he immediately taunted, "Look at you, can't even hold a spear steady. Are you sure you want to fight me?" Zhang Yang, looking like he was about to die, forced himself to say, "Teacher Zhou, come on!" Zhang was teaching his student how to act like a pig to eat a tiger. On the surface, it was a spear technique even a 5-year-old would know. In reality, he had secretly transmitted a supreme mental cultivation method to Zhang Yang and also injected high-grade true qi into his body. The unknowing Zhou Tian still thought Zhang was looking down on him. Teaching a move that can't even kill a chicken to deal with me? Doesn't that mean I'm worse than a chicken? Thinking this, he couldn't help but roar at Zhang below the stage. Zhang Xuan, you're ruthless! At this moment, Zhao Ya looked at Zhang. Worriedly, Teacher, how about I replace Zhang Yang? Zhang smiled faintly. No need, just watch. On the stage, Zhang Yang, looking completely out of breath, spoke. I hope Teacher Zhou will show mercy. Mercy is impossible. If you want to blame someone, blame your teacher Zhang. With that, Zhou Tian unleashed his full strength, dashing forward in an arrow step. Zhang Yang, seeing this, raised his long staff, adjusting his breath according to the mental method Zhang taught. Suddenly his eyes turned sharp. He shouted, "Now!" Then, the long staff thrust out fiercely, the true qi attached to it actually manifesting as a golden snake. This sudden scene stunned Zhou Tian. What the hell is this? Before he could react, Zhang Yang had stabbed him several times with the staff. By the time he came to his senses, it was too late. Zhang Xuan and his lot tricked me. The next second, under Zhang Yang's complete set of hai-ha staff techniques, Zhou Tian flew directly out of the arena, crashing heavily to the ground. Now, all. The students were dumbfounded. Teacher Zhou was defeated. What the hell just happened? Did Teacher Zhou just break the rules, unleashing his full power? But he was still sent flying with one hit. Zhang beside them showed a gratified smile. As expected of my student, in such a short time, you've practiced quite well. 70 points for performance, 40 points for the moves. But Zhao Ya and the others beside him were unsettled. How did Zhang Yang suddenly become so strong? On the stage, Zhang Yang was bowing to Zhou Tian with clasped fists. Teacher Zhou, you let me win. Then he spoke again. Teacher Zhou, you said, earlier, if I won, you'd give me 10 vitality pills. You can fulfill that now, can't you? Hearing this, Zhou Tian felt utterly aggrieved, but he couldn't publicly renege, so he could only grit his teeth and say to Di Lu, go get the vitality pills. Di Lu seemed hesitant. Do we really have to give them? Zhou Tian, hearing this, roared, No nonsense. Go get them. Soon, Zhang Yang arrived before Zhang with the vitality pills. Teacher, you. Seeing this, Zhou Tian sneered internally. Zhang Xuan, so what if I give them to you? These vitality pills were obtained for you by your student. You weren't qualified to have them in the first place. I don't believe you can bring yourself to consume them. However, when Zhang opened the wooden box, a look of disdain instantly crossed his face. These are vitality pills? Then he turned to Zhao Yan and the others. For this stuff you guys ended up so battered fighting desperately? Saying this, he threw the entire box of vitality pills to the ground and directly crushed it underfoot, leaving everyone dumbfounded. Zhou Tian's jaw dropped in shock. These are 10 vitality pills, worth thousands of gold coins. You just destroyed them like that? Don't be surprised. Overconsumption of vitality pills creates dependency, bad for future cultivation. Here's something I prepared for you. When you finish it, I'll get more. Saying this, Zhang retrieved a small box from his storage ring. Zhao Ya took it and opened it. This is vitality elixir? The group looked at Zhang in disbelief, asking, "Teacher, are all these for us?" "Of course. As my students, you won't need to fight them for the Academy's meager offerings anymore." Saying this, Zhang took out a few more items, distributing them. "Wang Ying, your leg was injured. This is ramhoof grass I specifically found for you. Soak it in water when you get back. 3 consecutive days, the hidden injuries should be completely eliminated. Liu Yang, your misplaced love dancer injury, this vein-warming pill can help you resolve your body's issues." Witnessing this, the scene erupted in an uproar. Yang body fluid? Could it be the Alchemist Guild's Yang body fluid? It said a gourd like this costs 300,000 gold coins, and vein-warming pills. One is said to cost 200,000. Gold coins! I heard Teacher Zhang is still accepting students. I really want to join his tutelage. Hearing the surrounding discussions, Zhou Tian finally couldn't hold back, spitting a mouthful of old blood skyward. "Zhang Xuan! You're definitely doing this on purpose." How powerful were the martial arts in the Library of Heaven's Path? Zhang merely taught Zheng Yang one spear technique, and it stirred up a storm in his heart. This move emphasizes intent over form. It can be executed crudely or with incomparable grace. Though just one move, it surpasses countless spear arts. Its variations are endless, its power infinite. At this, Zhang instructed, "Though this spear technique is simple, it's the foundation of all spear arts. There are still over 10 days. I hope you can make a major breakthrough. Don't disappoint my efforts." Zheng Yang, hearing this, immediately stated, "Please rest assured, teacher." "Teacher, what's the name of this spear technique?" Zhang, hearing this, "A name? Seems I haven't given it one. How about this? You pick one yourself." Meanwhile, the news of Du Miaoxuan kneeling at the Yang Manor's entrance spread rapidly through the royal city, and some interested parties also began to take action. Not far from the Yang Manor, a man was observing in secret. "It really is Du Miaoxuan. This fellow has always been cautious. For him to kneel so willingly, the person in this residence must be able to solve his problem and make him genuinely convinced." Just then, Sun Qiang opened the door and walked out. "Sirs, our master invites you in." The man looked, thinking, "Du Miaoxuan is going in. After a while, seeing his demeanor when he comes out, I should understand." On the other side, Du Miaoxuan, upon entering the manor and seeing Zhang, immediately knelt and pleaded pitifully, "It was I who failed to recognize Mount Tai. Please forgive me, Master Yang. Please, Master Yang. Disregard past grievances and save me. Since I let you in, I will naturally help you." Zhang spoke faintly. "Do you know why I called you a beast before?" Seeing Du Miaoxuan admit it honestly, Zhang continued, 10 years ago, everyone knew you were ill, your cultivation plummeted, but in reality, if I'm not mistaken, you fused the blood of a snow wolf beast into your body, attempting a blood exchange. Doing so caused your body to be poisoned by the wolf beast's venom. Every day at noon, your entire body would be covered in white fur, becoming neither human nor beast, strong as an animal. Am I correct? Du Miaoxuan, hearing this, collapsed dejectedly to the ground, replying, "Yes, Master Yang is perfectly correct." Witnessing this, Du Yuan felt quite pained. No wonder Dad drinks herbal tea every noon and refuses to see anyone. And when Master Yang blurted out, "Beast," Father not only didn't refute, but directly knelt outside the door. Zhang took a light sip of tea, speaking indifferently. The snow wolf beast is a 7th-grade savage beast, its strength equivalent to a martial artist's 7th heaven, divine realm, covered in white fur, swift as the wind. Its blood is one of the main ingredients for refining transcendent pills, possessing the effect of clearing meridians and enhancing cultivation. You exchanged blood with a snow wolf beast, presumably after reading some secret manual, mistakenly believing that success would lead to a great surge in cultivation, right? I was young then, unable to distinguish truth from falsehood, and rashly believed it. I implore Master Yang to save me. Unable to distinguish truth from falsehood? Zhang's eyebrows rose slightly. That secret manual of yours should be genuine. It's genuine? Hearing this, Zhang Xuan was filled with shock. How is this possible? If it's genuine, how did I end up like this? Though the manual might be genuine, the most important part was damaged, incomplete, which led to your current state. Saying this, Zhang walked towards Zhang Xuan. All right, now take off your upper garment. I will perform acupuncture for you to resolve the hidden dangers within your body. Zhang Xuan agreed and immediately complied. Zhang, on his end, analyzed internally. His problem should be somewhat similar to Lin Tianyu's wife's meridian blockage, causing the snow wolf beast's blood to be unable to function properly. I just need to clear these blockages. Thinking this, he decisively flung the silver needles in his hand. Under the control of True Qi, all the silver needles accurately pierced Zhang Xuan's acupoints. Subsequently, strands of True Qi gradually seeped into his body. Soon, Zhang suddenly clenched his fist and a large amount of True Qi violently burst forth from Zhang Xuan's body. The next second, he stared blankly at his own hands. 10 whole years of painful torment I never dreamed would be resolved by this Master Yang in an instant, and even allow my cultivation to break through. Overjoyed, he directly kowtowed to Zhang. Thank you, Master Yang, for this gift of rebirth. Then he looked up at Du Yuan. What are you standing there for? Hurry up and take out the items. Hearing his father's words, Du Yuan finally snapped back to reality, hastily handing the brought gold notes to Sun Chang. Zhang Xuan, however, continued to bask in the joy of his cultivation breakthrough. Seeing the payment made, Zhang, very practically, began to see them off. All right, if there's nothing else, you may leave. Meanwhile, Wang Chong, outside the door, had been watching the Yang Manor's movements. If Zhang Xuan's problem can be solved, my matter can definitely be solved too. Just as he was pondering, the Yang Manor's main gate opened. Wang Chong quickly looked over. The next second, his eyes widened directly. How is this possible? Transcendent realm. He was at the peak of martial artist 5th layer before entering. How did he enter for less than 10 minutes and come out as a transcendent realm? Zhang, disguised as a famous master, relying on the Library of Heaven's Path, successively helped Lin Tianyu and Zhang Xuan solve their problems. For a time, the entire Tianshuan royal city was in an uproar. Many people began to stir. Just as Zhang Xuan exited the Yang Manor, Wang Chong stepped forward and called out to him, expressing his desire to know about this residence. Zhang Xuan didn't hide it, stating directly, "This is where Master Yang resides." Wang Chong, hearing this, Master Yang? Truly a famous master? Yes. Master Yang is a person of great ability. If Master Luo has any confusion, you can request guidance. However, Master Yang came to Tianshuan Kingdom to relax his mind, and is unwilling to be disturbed. Unwilling to be disturbed? Hearing this, Wang Chong's brow furrowed slightly. Actually, no need to fret. Master Yang just said, whoever wishes to seek his help to solve a problem must first hand over 3 million gold coins. Regardless of whether it can be solved, it will not be refunded. This sets a threshold, otherwise everyone would come seeking his guidance, and he'd have no time to rest. Hearing this, Wang Chong immediately cupped his fists. Thank you for informing me. I happen to have a matter to consult. I won't say more. Subsequently, he, with 3 million insincerity, came to seek an audience with Zhang. Luo Chong, at your service, greets Master Yang. Little Jiang tells me you're an artifact refiner? Zhang, looking every bit the Grandmaster. Have you encountered a problem that you cannot solve? Reporting to Master Yang, I don't know why my recent artifact, refining, has consistently failed. I can never find the reason. I hope to receive guidance. Hearing this, Zhang asked him to first take out the weapons he recently refined. Luo Chong, hearing this, immediately complied. Zhang took it and looked. As expected, I can't understand a thing. Thus, he directly activated the Library of Heavens. Path, Luo Chong, seeing Zhang make no move, grew anxious. Please, Master Yang, enlighten me. You want my guidance? Zhang spoke faintly. If I'm not mistaken, you're full from eating and have nothing better to do. Saying this, Zhang directly threw the sword back. These words, Luo Chong's face immediately darkened. Even if you are a famous master, you can't deliberately humiliate me, can you? Sun Qiang, beside them, was also speechless. Master, though your words are shocking, his artifact refining is failing. He came seeking guidance. For you to say this, isn't it a bit too? Zhang said with a serious face. You don't need to rush to deny it. Let me ask you, have you recently been eating dragon scale prawns every day? Indeed, I've been eating dragon scale prawns, but what's wrong with that? That's right. Zhang unhurriedly poured a cup of water, continuing. Dragon scale prawns usually spawn in late summer and early autumn, which is around this time. Luo Chong, hearing this, was even more baffled. Master Yang, what does this have to do with my inability to refine artifacts? At this moment, he felt incomparably depressed.